Linka, hello. Just talking to myself in the background while the video plays, and then forgetting that the live is beginning. That's what happens when I'm left to do things on my own, and realizing what I forgot to do at the very last second. See, I should have been. I purposely was a minute late because I felt like it was just on brand, you know. But maybe I should have been a couple more minutes late so that I could have remembered to set stuff up for the Plinko. But that's okay. We will rock with it. Isn't that like a, was that a song or was that am I whispering? I have no idea. Was that a song or like rock with it, roll with it, work with it, lean with it? I forget. Anyways, back it. So it is a happy Whiskey Wednesday, everybody. It has been a bit of a long day, and I think I'm in that like, when you're tired and that's kind of like being drunk and you're just rambly and random and whatever. Might be a little bit of that tonight, but also hobbits. So like it's the perfect blend. So Michael S was here earlier and said good evening. I know the live stream thumbnail photo is supposed to be contemplative or contemplative, but it looks more devilish shenanigans if it, right? I feel like it was a little bit, I didn't take a new picture, so I just like went through some old ones I already had in Canva. And I was like, I felt like that one was appropriate, like thinking about how it goes with whiskey, but also having fun and nerding it up tonight because I know Lord of the Rings is not Michelle's jam, so not normally something I get to thoroughly embrace over here on Women of Whiskeys. I have done some nerdier stuff on my own channel, but I will say, for anybody wondering, like, oh, she's doing Women of Whiskey stream, but not Whiskey Mountains. Normally, I would go at 6 p.m. my time. This is 9 p.m. my time. It would have been impossible for me to even get remotely close to home. So it's like, this time actually just it's a lot easier to work with. So it's kind of working out. But anyways, let me say hi to some other people, giving people a chance to jump in here before we get into the nerdiness and whiskiness. I, of course, have a little Knob Creek standard 9-year 100 proof, which I'm thinking is kind of like younger Bilbo, but we'll get into it. Josh Fritz, cheers. Sean Peak, that thumbnail does look a bit devilish, yeah. MC, thanks so much for sharing it on Facebook. I realized I'd forgotten to. When I went to do so, you'd already beat me to it because you're awesome. So thanks, MC. For the women in the chat, that's the Women of Whiskeys group on Facebook. It's awesome. Malam, cheers. Just had pizza. Now Knob Creek 12. Nice. I had like a pasta pomodoro, and it was delicious. That Nick made. Very good. Highly recommend marrying a chef. Miracle Martina. Who are the Longhorns playing right now? Wait, the playoffs start this weekend, right? I know the brackets were just announced, but it's not a bracket game right now, right? Darrell, what's up? I hope y'all had fun earlier. I saw like the thumbnail, but I was not able to watch. Was still working. So Sean Peak, thank you. Does anybody know what this is from or who wears it and why it might be relevant for tonight? It is very wonky. It always just gets like balled up and stashed somewhere when I'm not wearing it. So, but it's kind of great. Katie Turk, how you doing? What is up? I know it's late over on the East Coast for you. Of Drifting Drams. Josh Fritz, I said hello. And then make sure. Yeah, Mr. Mom, good evening. Cheers. Richard White, hey. Donald Rance, what's up? Irish Yoda. Okay. So, tonight, sometimes what I've done on my channel that I always just have a lot of fun with is just matching up whiskeys to like a bunch of characters from a certain, fandom or movie series or whatever. So like I've done Star Wars, I'm pretty sure I've done Star Trek. I've done Hamilton, I think. Nick and I have just done this sometimes when we're drunk. We'll just be like, who do you think? And it's like, not what they would drink so much as just like what whiskey just kind of, can we come up with some kind of rationale for them. I don't know any idea, but some kind of rationale for like why that whiskey reminds me of this person or what have you, sort of deal. So I thought I had done Star Trek as like a birthday one. I knew I'd done Star Wars for like May the 4th. And I'm more of a Star Trek person than Star Wars, so I was pretty sure I'd done that for my birthday. But Nick and I have done that, like drunk on a Saturday night because we're just that much fun. So I wasn't sure like which one it was. Um, but I figure my main flight will be the four hobbits from the Lord of the Rings, the actual main trilogy. And then my other rando one, which is in my bubble bath bourbon, it's like my favorite Glen. I just think this design is so freaking cute. Um, is Bilbo. So I'm starting out with Knob Creek 9-year 100 proof, partly because it's my control bourbon, but also I felt like there was a rationale for doing bleh, bleh, bleh. There was a rationale for ... for doing Bilbo as Knob Creek. So I've got like some notes that I'm like going over to so I can remember. Like I said, it's been a long day. But so I've got 9-year poured right now. I figure that's like younger Bilbo, more kind of adventurous, and he's like tough and kind of nutty, like compared to all the other hobbits who would never go on an adventure. That's not their thing. He's nutty enough to actually go do that. Um, and like, but it's also easy to overlook a hobbit's role in this whole thing. And I feel like Knob Creek can be overlooked, like more for like Buffalo Trace or Elijah Craig or, like Elijah Craig, aka Heaven Hill or Wild Turkey. Um, and I, as we know, am constantly trying to make sure it doesn't get. uh, but also like maybe it's not for everyone. Like I feel like if you're introducing somebody to bourbon, even I probably wouldn't do it with Knob Creek. Uh, and because it's not like as sweet as something like that. I feel like Buffalo Trace is a good one for introducing somebody to bourbon because it's sweeter, it's super smooth. Knob Creek can be a little bit edgier. It's got like more of the nutty profile, a little bit drier. So maybe not quite for everyone. But also it like ages with character. I don't know what I meant by that, but it does. So I have some Knob Creek 18-year to be like old Bilbo as we get into Lord of the Rings and introduce Frodo. So still adventurous enough to wander off by himself. Well, I think he went off actually with some dwarfs in the books. And, go back to Rivendell to finish writing his book, but whatever. What's up, Jenny Aspelin? Oh, so you saw the Star Trek one too. Awesome. Jenny Aspelin. I don't recognize its name, but welcome. But you Star Trek whiskey, so. What's the J.J. Abrams version? Okay, it was not any Star Trek. I should have my pipettes at work. This thing is wonky, right? Yeah. My pipettes at work are named after Star Trek characters. And I think Bones and Spock, I think original series. With all the lens players. I've yet to watch a Lord of the Rings movie. What? That's crazy to me. I love them. Yes, they're quite different from the books. But I think in like, like there's a lot to those books. You have to leave some stuff out and kind of get to it or whatever. But I think it keeps to like the character and just like soul of the story sort of deal. Like I love the books, but I love the movies. The soundtracks are so good. I feel like a lot of the casting was just spot on, especially for Lord of the Rings. Cheers and nice helmet. So for anybody who doesn't know, this is actually from the Hobbit movies. One of the dwarfs, Beaufort, who's my favorite, he wears his hat. And he even wears his hair in pigtails. So I put my hair in, they're not braided or anything fancy, but little crap pigtails for the hat. But I love Beaufort. I know that it's controversial to love the Hobbit movies, but bite me. I really love the first one. And I just like that we got more development of the different dwarves, whereas in the book, they're just all dwarves, like not much to each and every one except for Thorin. Okay. All right. So I've got Knob Creek. I'm gonna finish off this 9-year, and I honestly haven't visited the 18-year Knob Creek in a good while. So this would be kind of cool. I have got 2 different ones. I just grabbed the closest one, but batch 1. I think there's also batch 2 is the other one I have. All right. So it's 18-year. It's still 100 proof, which I feel like, again, fits Bilbo. You know, like he's not punch you in the face tough. He's just tough enough, you know, just enough to get you going, to get the whole story rolling. But you know, he's not walking into Mordor. All right, he didn't know what he was picking up with that ring, so he was just stealing what's his face's stuff, sneaking away. Golems, Schmeagle. What's up, Jeffrey Wack? Hello. Came across Knob Creek Gear. They want $400 for and then Elijah Craig 18-year for $275. I just saw Knob Creek 18-year at Morganelli's. I was talking about it the last time I was on in Columbia, South Carolina. Morganelli's on, it's either Forest Drive or Taylor. Forest Drive turns into Taylor at some point. It's like where it intersects with Beltline. And that place was the bomb. Really great prices in South Carolina, which is not a control state. And they had the Knob Creek 18-year, and I think it was like 150, which is pretty darn close to MSRP if I remember right. So I don't know where you're at, but just saying, if you know anybody in that area, they might be able to hook you up. I recommend that place. I'm not sponsored. I just was very excited to find like such a great place with a really great selection. So that was a cool trip. Even though it was like a good 40 minutes from where my brother lived, but he lives out in Bum F and everything was far away, but it was worth it. So also I saw somebody said, Richard White, all the ladies in our family are hobbit height. If you're 5 feet, you're a giant. I hear you. My mom's 5 foot, my dad's 5'2". I am 4'9" 3/8". My Will is 4'7". So I do come from a family of hobbits. Thank you. I love this. It doesn't quite compete with your oh gosh, it also starts with a B, and now I can't think of it. From Mario, the bad guy. Can't think of it. But it was like one of my favorite costumes ever. And I can't think of you without thinking of that costume. God, that's gonna drive me crazy. I remember that the hat was like super heavy. Jeffrey, please remind me what it was. All right, I'm gonna sip this 18-year, and then we're gonna start getting into the actual Bowser. Thank you, Bowser. I'm like, it starts with a B. Oh, so close. Thank you, MC. She had it. Look, the Eagles didn't want to be that involved. Okay, like this is like he could have. That's not what he meant by "fly, you fools." The Eagles were like, we weren't having it. And I know there's more to it if you read the Silmarillion. I have not gotten all the way through that book. It's tough. But, oh, finally submitted your I need to do that. When do we have to have our brackets in? I mean, really, nowadays, I pretty much just care about the women's because I'm a Gamecock. So, but still, it's fun to do the men's. I normally do decently, even though I pay zero attention to men's basketball. Like, I root for Gonzaga because that's a fun name to say. Knob Creek 18 was going for over 300 here when we could buy Knob Creek because yeah, no you can't. That's crazy though. 300. I know like things are more expensive in Canada in general, but dang, that's brutal. Stay confident. I like it. I need that on a shirt. Stay confident that I can like, or like just as a sign to remind myself throughout the day. That's great. Bourbon Bounty, cheers, what's up? And Scott Moody, how's it going? Can I guess that you will say all the ryes are all the way? Yeah, I have the latest stuff and whiskeys while I malted rye pick from New Holland. It's great, and you would hate it. All I need to know. That is all I need to know. Oh, I'm even wearing, if you recognize it, it's like a little hobbit necklace. It's actually a really ugly gold, so I don't wear it often. Got it online, and it look cooler online, um, but it's a locket too. Like the door opens. If I had nails, it'd open. See, I don't have anything in there. I'm just not thorough enough, I guess, to like figure out a picture to put in and do that. Tips off in the morning, submit. Oh crap, it tips off. Normally Nick would have these printed out. Call me when it's Fat Bear Week. I'll have my brackets for that. Okay, after this, I have to do my brackets. I'm gonna write that down actually. Both of them, men's and women's. Brackets. Okay. I'm just being difficult. I love the books and films. Yay! Okay, good. Wait, what did you say before? Why didn't Gandalf just... Oh, yeah. How dare you say? They're so good. Like, it's so good. My mom was trying to explain artwork to me, and she was trying to relate it, like, to Lord of the Rings. It wasn't working. We don't speak the same language. She doesn't understand Lord of the Rings. Yeah, the door opens. Isn't that cool? One day I'll figure out something and maybe do something to make the gold not so fugly, but not today. Ooh, this 18 year. That's true. Like I've heard that also, like that the Eagles were just like minimal involvement, but also uh Michael's got a great idea. That's like it did need to be stealthy. Like you couldn't just there's a big eye. It would have been hard for them to sneak into Mordor. I love this. Let's get into like the strategy of Lord of the Rings. I'm in. I'm like so in. That's my jam. So I love Michael's idea. What a cute locket. You should put a picture of Nick dressed as Gandalf in it. What do I have to do to get Nick to dress as Gandalf? I don't know if he's listening or not. Nick, if you're listening, if somebody comes up with a suggestion, let us know if you'll agree to it. Maybe like an Alzheimer's fundraiser goal. If we reach a certain goal, he'll dress as Gandalf. We'll see. That would be fun. That'd be amazing. Or as Gimli. I love Gimli. Give me Gimli all day. I have a Funko Pop of Gimli. Played online card. Oh, wait, Bourbon Bounty, what's up? I feel so out of place. Played online cards with, and I'm drinking Guinness. Ooh, Guinness is a good, solid go-to. You know, like it's a reliable, and it's available in places. That's legit. Do what you want to do. Drink what you like and how you like. I'm still trying to learn this slogan. I get it wrong most of the time. What's up, Big Vic? How you doing? Egg Roll, aka Deathless Dogs. We love you. Mash and Drum sent me. Awesome. Hope you're. Hey, what's up, Greg McDonald? We are doing pretty good. Recovered. All right, one more sip of the 18 year, and then let's get into who. Do y'all want to know for like who are y'all's favorite Hobbit? Like of the main four from Lord of the Rings. Like I actually didn't think about the order to do this at all. I'll probably just go in the order of Frodo, Sam, Merry, and Pippin. But is Frodo people's favorite? He's my least favorite. It's not that I don't like him, just of the four, he's my least favorite. 18 year is like so like oily, like it's coating kind of thing. And has a nice finish. Solid pour. You sexy bitch. Okay. Matthew Parks, your hat is Feely. My hat is actually Beaufort. He's like the really sweet one who actually gives a shit about Bilbo. Feely and Keely are the twins. One of them is given like this sad story, love story thing in the movies. I don't know why. I think he just wanted to get Evangeline Lilly in there or whatever her name is. But Feely and Keely do nothing for me. I love Beaufort. He's the funny and sweet one. I love him. MC says Sam. I adore Sam. I can never decide who my favorite is. Most of the time I feel like it's Sam, but sometimes it's Pippin, and then there's just certain moments where Merry just steals the show. And I want to smoke from the big ass pipe. I told Nick, I was like, I like wood carving. I was like, I need to figure out how to like carve you the big, long, ridiculous pipe that Gandalf uses. It's so ridiculous. Never seen those movies or read this. Josh, if you want to hang out sometime and just binge the Lord of the Rings series while drinking great whiskeys, hit me up. I love him. Like, and then you can listen to the audiobooks. Andy Serkis has now read the audiobooks. He's an excellent. I like Robert Inglis was the original narrator. Amazing. But Andy Serkis does a great job. But if you read the books, it's easier to skip all those long songs and poems. Okay, I'm gonna get in the Frodo now. It's 8:23. Church warden pipe. Is that what that's called? I really don't fathom. I just love everything. I think I love that it's an adventure story. There's like next to no romance. Uh, like it's fun, it's sweet, it's cute. It's like got just enough action, but it doesn't have like all the gore and rape and nonsense of Game of Thrones or whatever. I don't know. For me, everything about it is just like the perfect balance. It's like, I mean, it's also like the basis for a lot of fantasy. So, all right. Maybe so I can remember. Oh, that guy's great. Dane. Dane. That's his like cousin or whatever. Dane. Yeah, he's Dain. He's hilarious with his huge hammer and he loses his helmet. Okay. So for Frodo, I'm just gonna go in order. Although actually MC said Sam. So we'll do Sam first, but I'm gonna put it in my second glass because it'll be easier for my brain to keep track of what's what. Samwise Gamgee, who I adore. He's just so freaking sweet, ridiculous, and he's a good cook. I feel like if Nick was any of these, he'd be Sam. So I guess Sam should be my favorite, but I just go back and forth. That's why I have a long list. So for Sam, initially I actually thought of Obtainium light whiskey, but I don't have it. But it's like very sweet. Like if you've tried it, it's very sweet. It's absurdly easy to drink, which Sam, so sweet. But is strong. Like Obtainium light whiskey is going to be a high proof aged whiskey. So instead, though, I switched over actually to Jack Daniel's single barrel proof. And I love this. Oh, Bourbon Bounty, I'm so sorry. Yeah. Good night, buddy. I hear it. Oh, exactly. Yeah, for me, just the touch with Faramir and Eowyn is like all you need. And I don't even like the Arwen thing. Like, I'm over it. I'm not a romance person. Dane Ironfoot. Yes, he was so good. So I know he spelled it right. But instead I switched over to a Jack Daniel's single barrel proof because again, proofy, but generally sweet. Also just like more obtainable, and I feel like more of like just a regular people's, Jack Daniel's in general as a brand is more of like a regular people's whiskey, so it's kind of like more humble in that way. Far more, I'm like, no offense to, oh, wow, that Glen went through the dishwasher and not hand washed. Wow, that's nasty. Not using this one. Whoops. Nick's like normally does the hand washing on these and does a great job with it. So it's just that one's a fluke. What was I saying? Oh, the Jack Daniel is just like it's a humble whiskey. I feel like, the brand, like it's everybody's. It's very approachable. Everybody's heard of it, and I feel like Samwise is like a humble. He's a people's guy. He's not fancy. He's not trying to put anything he's not. Like, but he's super tough, and I mean, he literally carries Frodo's ass into the freaking thing. He doesn't really even understand why he's going on this trip. He's just like, I don't know. My master said to, so I'm chugging along, but not in like a total like slave kind of way, just in like a adoring friendship kind of. Like Sam's just, he's everything. And then he gets to go home and have Rose Cotton, whatever. So we're gonna pour Samwise Jack Daniel's single barrel proof into my Women of Whiskey's original Patreon member glass before I officially joined the channel and brought the nerd in. And I don't know, like, I've never had one of these that I didn't like. I feel like they tend to be more I mean, obviously they're proofier, but I tend to like that, so. Okay, I know I'm missing some of the comments. Hey, Corn and Whiskey, what is up? Josh Fritt. Oh, so y'all are talking about not being in the Lord of the Rings. Maybe I'm gonna sell you. I'm gonna sell you on it tonight. That's the goal. Just read the first one. It's so good. Or listen to it, or just watch the movie. The music is excellent. Like the soundtrack is some of like my go-to background work music sort of deal. Or like hiking music. There's nothing like being on a hike and just being like, I'm a hobbit. I mean, it's very legit. So okay, sorry. The hat is definitely a little bit hot. Took her to see, but glad now it's everywhere. It's funny because Matthew, they don't have it. Am I lying? No, I don't think I'm lying. They do not have it in my state. They have it, but we've gotten it like when we travel and stuff. Like we always have a bottle, because it's pretty gettable. But yeah, they should make a sequel as far as the Jack Daniel, but with a different ending where the Fire-Eye dude killed Frodo and took over the world in the place where the Hobbit live or the last stand. Well, he kind of sees that, but like the hobbits would fail miserably. But when they do go back in the books, and I was going to mention it when we get to Merry and Pippin, like they have their show. Fucking Saruman tried to go and fuck things up there, and Merry and Pippin like lead a revolt, and so they like it's not like they go back and everything's hunky dory like in the movies. Like they do have to face some shit. Just saying. But I think at that point the movies were so long, they're like, people will kill us if we keep going. Hey, what's up, Independent Joe? How's it going? Cheers. Okay. I think I've said hello to the other peeps. All right. So I've got some Jack Daniels. Where are we at? 9:29. Oh, we're doing good. Mm. Mm. Oh, I feel like I nailed that. I'm sorry. Jack Daniels single barrel proof as Samwise Gamgee. I killed it. I feel like I've played this game so many times. I'm getting better and better at. Normally Nick has to help me, but I feel like the hobbits are very much my thing. So Malum had a good one. Leo C. Oh, Billy Connolly is retired now. That's lame. Okay. Lord of the Rings versus Star Trek versus Star Wars versus Battlestar Galactica versus Harry Potter. For me, the hardest part of this would be Lord of the Rings versus Star Trek. I feel like those are... My cat agrees, even though he's named after a Harry Potter character. There he is, Lupin. Because Remus Lupin doesn't get enough love, and I'll freaking fight for that. Lord of the Rings and Star Trek are my top two. Like, of these, probably of all things. And then it'd be Harry Potter, and then Star Wars, and then... I honestly never got that into Battlestar Galactica. I only watched some of it, not all of it. And I only watched the newer one. Sorry. I know that's a terrible thing, but... I have seen all the Star Wars and all of the original series Star Trek. I know. Merry, Tipping, and Muffin the Mule. The story goes on. Merry? Tipping? Pippin. I bet that's supposed to be Pippin. Merry, Pippin, and Muffin the... No, it's gotta be Sam. I mean, not Sam. Bill the Pony. They've gotta, like, reunite with Bill the Pony, and then the story goes on. But Sam needs to join them if Bill the Pony's involved. Some deep cuts there for you. I remember being so pissed when Bilbo came back to the Shire and they were selling all his stuff. That was insane. They're just like, well, you were missing, so we're just gonna sell your stuff now. Bye. We get to auction. Who was gonna get the money? Probably Lobelia Sackville Bagginses. That bitch. Star Trek, hands down, just saying. I mean, Donald, you know I love Star Trek. It's just like I feel like they hold two very different places in my heart kind of thing. I love them both greatly. I was saying earlier, like all my pipettes in lab are named after Star Trek characters. The thing is, this is like kind of heavy. Like you feel it, unlike other. Okay. Which Battlestar Gal? I've only seen the newer one. The one with the blonde chick as Starbuck. I don't know if the old one wasn't the old one Starbuck a male. I don't know. I feel like I saw a couple episodes of the old one and I could not get into it. It's like trying to get like a modern day person in, like a younger generation person into Star Trek original series. It's probably just not gonna work. What was the one with the dragon who had all that? That was Smaug, who was played by Benedict Cumberbatch, aka Sherlock, and that was from The Hobbit. So he was at the very end of the first Hobbit, and then mostly in the second one. Lord of the Rings, hands down. Oh, we got a fight in here. Star Trek versus Lord of the Rings. I love it. I love it. I love it. Poor Michelle. She's like, what are you doing to my women of whiskeys? So we've got JD. Okay. Oh, it's only 9:32. Mm. Well, he's just like known as Irish Yoda, in fairness. Because, Yoda's like an expert on things. But I wish I could run and get a new Glen, because this one Glen is freak nasty. All right, but next I'm gonna finish off the Knob Creek and put it in place. Next I'm gonna do Frodo. So for Frodo, I feel like he's the most known. So for Frodo, I did Elijah Craig Barrel Proof. And I feel like this is because he's like bizarrely tough. Like he's the only one who can resist the ring as much as he does. Like Sam's even a little bit tempted by the ring, and he's not even having to wear it, although he's like around it a lot. But hobbits in general are less tempted. But Frodo's like crazy tough in that he actually manages to carry the ring all the way there. Obviously, all thanks to the help of Samwise, because he's wonderful. But he's also like very noble and wise, and I feel like Elijah Craig, well, Heaven Hill as a company, is very wise to have this like I know it's not 12-year age state anymore, but it still tends to be older, higher proof whiskey, and it's still at what, $60-$70 as MSRP, I think, which compared to like all the other whiskeys and how much they've gone up in price just in the past few years is actually really great. Like no ECBP is not as good as it used to be, but I think it's very like kind of noble and like definitely wise that they are still delivering solid, oftentimes 12-year, barrel strength whiskeys at a pretty reasonable price, that with other companies, you're getting lower proof or less age or both or whatever. So I felt like that was a good fit for him. And then I said, oh, and that on like a really good day, he can actually shock everyone with his impact. So like, one of the things I love about an about an ECBP like C920, that's not what this is. I only have a tiny bit of C920, so sorry, I'm saving that. But this is just B524. It was just a fuller ECBP that I had around. Still smells great though. And this is B524. It's 130.6. And it's 11-year 2 months. So no, it's not 12-year age stated, but it's still freaking 11 years. And I'm pretty sure we paid like $60 for this. So I do live in Utah. It's control state. Everything's MSRP if I get it. But so like, every now and then you get one of these ECVPs that just whacks you. Or I heard C923 was freaking amazing. The one bottle Utah skipped. And I feel like Frodo did the same thing. Like, you wouldn't expect much from him. And then at the meeting, the Council of Elrond in Rivendell, he like stood up and was like, all right, fine, I'll take it. And I'm like, what? This little dude's gonna take it? He's like, yeah, I'll take it to Mordor, but I do not know the way. At least in the movies, that's how he says it. So that's my, what is your 10 microliter? Pipette nicknamed. It is Data, because I feel like that one's the most precise, and I feel like Data would be the most precise. So my P10 is Data, my P20 is Picard, and then my P200 is Bones, and my P1000 is Spock. And then I recently got a 2.5 microliter. What did I name that one? I forget what I named it. But my Pipetteman, the one that you use like a 10 mil serological pipette with, is named Scotty. So they all have names, and I call them by I never use a 2.5 microliter one, so I forget what I named it. No, I got a multi-channel. I named that something. Can't think of it now. I knew a guy who was dressed as Spock at the theater for Star Wars. That's amazing. I should have done that. tough between Lord of the Rings and Star Wars. I think I'll lean Star Wars since I've liked them much longer. See, like, I like Star Wars. I just don't think it's anywhere near as good as Star Trek. And I know everybody, you know, the vast majority disagrees with me on that, and I get it. But there's just so much more to Star Trek, I feel like. I know Star Wars has a million spin-offs now, but overall. It was a name given to me by the Messenger years ago. I like Star Wars, but Trek for the win for me. Yeah, it's not exactly. The blonde chick Starbuck from BG. Yeah, I'm sorry. You mean Katie Sackhoff? Yeah, her. Also, but yeah, okay. I'm extremely unimpressed with Mandalorian, so don't even get me started. But if I remember you weren't a fan of those series, sometimes I wonder why I still watch. I'm sorry, they shoot in the water to train. Like the most unimpressive. They hang out in a cave, hide around, do nothing until they go save an egg or something. The dude's just doing side quest for an entire season, and there's like no goal. You don't really get why he's doing anything. And they're all just hanging around doing nothing and whining about it, just wearing cool suits. It's good because they have cool outfits. That's it. And for some stupid reason, they won't take off their helmets. And then they do at the end of the world. Okay. Always been confused about where Middle Earth is located. It's like a layer under us, or is it a different planet? It's a different planet. Different planet. It is very much on the surface of said planet, but it's a different planet. The effects, I've read enough of Silmarillion to confirm that. The effects of the ring build on the power / hobbits being diminutive and not too powerful, but with a great deal of courage, made them the ideal king. Totally true! Sorry, I'm getting the impression A120. I haven't heard anything about ECBP A125 yet. Scott Moody, 100%. 100% about what? Were you agreeing with me on Frodo? Or my 10 microliter pipette? I'm not sure. R2D2. I'm sorry, I'm behind now. I'm giving her all she's got, Captain. When using it, I should. I'm giving her all she's got, Captain. I used it a lot today. I'm here, but I am so lost in this conversation. Do you follow any of the nerddoms, Josh? Otherwise, I'm sorry. What is cool to watch nowadays? I don't know. Star Wars seems to have more action than Star Trek, which focuses more on Yeah, I feel like Star Trek has much more like plot and character and like meaning behind it and like diplomacy and things like that. Whereas Star Wars, like just enough plot to get them by, you know, but it's more about cool action and whatever. Star Trek more modern Star Trek has more of that. Strange New Worlds has a beautiful mix. If you're not into Star Trek at all. Data, yes, right? That he would be very precise and accurate. Star Wars or Spaceballs? Even Nick would struggle with this, and he's a hardcore Star Wars fan. I got him a Christmas ornament this year that's like that black helmet with the comb, you know? And it says, "We ain't found shit." It's my favorite. I had an aquarium with a three-striped Raphael catfish. It's the only fish, and I named them Jang, Kor, and Kula. Kapla! Kapla! My dad and I do that a lot. My dad is the reason I'm a Trekkie, by the way. He's not the reason I'm a Lord of the Rings person. Oh, actually, I don't remember B524 being that good. I'm not saying it's like C920. I'm not saying it's, you know, write a letter home about it, but it's still like that's a solid freaking pour. I'm so sorry for that ridiculously loud noise. I hit a bottle with my water bottle. Robin Hood, Men in Tights, Blazing Saddles, Spaceballs. Ooh, Robin Hood, Men in Tights might be my favorite of those. I do. And it's got Eleanor. It's so good. Sipping a free ranch farm strength, very grain forward, but in a good and interesting way. Farm strength? Is that a typo or is that a real thing? I honestly do not know. I'm not trying to make fun. But that sounds kind of cool. Is it younger? Is that why it's more grain forward? Okay, it's 9:42, so I'm gonna get into Merry and Pippin. This was the harder one, like Bilbo, Frodo, Samwise, and maybe it's because those are the ones we all know best. If you know Lord of the Rings, were the easiest ones. Merry and Pippin. Also, I've met Pippin in real life, Billy Boyd, the actor. And he's just amazing. I love him, and there's tons of clips of him all over, and him and Dominic Monaghan, who played Merry, are like best friends, and they've got a podcast. They are great, but Billy Boyd is just like I adore him. He's definitely on the list. Um, those were the hardest. I actually kind of involved, if you read the books, this is a bit of a deep cut. Fatty Bulger, because originally I was going to put Pippin as a weeder, and then I decided I don't generally like weeders in a flight because they stick out. So I decided that he should be that would be Fatty because he didn't go along for the ride. Fatty Bulger. If you've read the books, he's another Hobbit who's kind of involved at the beginning, and in the beginning they actually were like all in on it and knew and were helping him, and then kind of surprised him by tagging along for the whole thing. But except for Fatty Bulger, who was like, I'll just stay here because it's not my jam, and watch the house and try to deal with this one rider for you. So he's the weeder who's not coming along for the ride. But for Mary, I'm going to do him next. What did I decide? I forgot what I decided. Oh, okay. Yeah. I kept switching it up. So for Mary, I went with Rare Breed because I don't think I wrote really any notes. Okay, yeah, I wrote like a little bit. Like if you don't know whiskey and you're just you're just sort of barely familiar or whatever, and like especially when you're newer to whiskey in general, like Wild Turkey is an easy one to think like that's for college kids, that's for silly young immature people, which is what a lot of people think of as Merry, even though he's older than Pippin. But actually like there's a lot more to Merry, and he's actually like a tough little dude who's like got some wisdom to him. He's kind of like almost an older brother character. And like he has so much development throughout the series, throughout the books. And I adore him. And I think he just has like some really great moments. Whereas Pippin's a little doofy, but like he also has good moments. But I feel like he's kind of the more mature of the two of the silly pair. So I put him as Rare Breed because I feel like Wild Turkey might be considered a sillier thing because of the college connotation, but like Mary's got a lot more to him, and he's a bit of a rare breed, especially from his area of the Shire. Like him and the Tooks, they're kind of known for being more of the silly type, and nobody's supposed to be of interest. So we're gonna do Rare Breed now in the Bubbles glass. See, the other glass was gross. Rare Breed. In the last like couple minutes, we will be doing Patreon Plinko tonight, y'all. But in the last couple of minutes, I'll kind of like close my eyes and try these all side by side, see which one I like the most and rank them. But of course, like I've had most of these a few times. So Too Many to Remember, Southern Star Cracker, and Cast Strength weeded right now. Thomas Anderson, Too Many Pours You've Had Tonight? I hope not. Sipping on several different weeded whiskey. All right, you're on the Fatty Bulger train. I'm all for it. I almost named our cat Fatty Bulger. I thought it would be a cute name, but Nick was not on board with that. He hasn't read the books. Also, he's too young and he's not actually chubby, so he would very much go for the adventure. Farm strength is a Frey Ranch thing. Ah, okay. Okay, I need to check that out. We mostly only grew up on men in tights. We're men in tights. We roam around the woods looking for fights. We may look like pansies, but don't get us wrong, we'll punch out your lights. Did anyone watch Tusk? I've never heard of Tusk. Minor case, single barrel rye store pick I have is now. What? I thought you were drinking waiters, Thomas Anderson. You're talking about this rye nonsense. How many distilleries does Oklahoma even? They have distilleries? Okay, cool. Okay, so Fairmat and next trick. What did I do? Oh, I just did Mary and I haven't sipped it yet, which is Rare Breed. I need more Lord of the Rings fans in this chat. I think I've also done Hamilton. I always love Rare Breed. But honestly, I think the other two are beating it tonight. which is weird because for me personally, there's no world in where I like Frodo over Merry or Pippin. So, check out the Walleye Run. Yeah, I'm not a big single malt drinker myself. I know you're talking to somebody else, but just my response. Same old Moses does a sherry cask finish. That's divine. Oh my god, who let Busey into the chat? What are you doing here? When did you get here, buddy? How's it going? I hope you and the family are doing good. Oh, and Mrs. Independent Joe is in here. What's up? I'm sorry, I just saw you. I was trying to just scroll up and see when I missed Busey get in here. He managed to come in and not give me crap, or I just missed it. Something. Are you okay, Busey? Everything all right? Normally, he loves to give me crap. All right, so make sure y'all hit that like button and subscribe if you haven't subscribed. Why wouldn't you to Women of Whiskeys? I'm always lurking. It's not creepy music, but that's what goes in my head. Anyone a fan of Frasier? Oh my, I know I watched some episodes, but not much. He asked for Hebrew and he was talking Klingon. That is amazing. I used to have a book for studying for like a graduate school exam, and it's made by the company Kaplan, Kaplan, and I left it at my dad's, who's a big Star Trek fan, and he called me. He's like, "Your Klingon book is here." I was like, "What?" He's like, "You left your Klingon book." It's like, I don't know what you're talking about. And English is his second language, so like he tends to mispronounce things. And he's like, "I don't know. It says Kapla on the front." I'm like, what? And it was definitely my Kaplan book, which they have like for the SAT or for probably any kind of exam. It's like, it's not a Klingon book, Dad. Just picked up a few while tape. Dang, down to 34? What is rare read normal? It's like at least 50, right? 50, 55, maybe? Such a solid. We don't see it on the shelves as often here. So is my daily pour. I can't. Oh, is it coming to the States? Because I've had the non-chill filtered. Who did I have that through? Was it the Devil? It might have been through Michelle and Will. I feel like it also might have been through Chris and Lil from Australia. I can't remember. But I've definitely tried the non. I know I've got the 13-year wild turkey from Chris and Lil. But like I wondered, like, are you gonna really taste a difference? There's definitely a difference. Like I really didn't expect there to be. There was. It's and I love regular rare breed. And it's bizarre to me that they chill filter it. Doesn't make real sense to it. It's proof, but super cool. It's the same level. I've watched all the LR. It's just been a few years, and I forgot a bunch. I don't know. You're on the same level. I don't think I'm on Colbert's level. Like he can recite to you like the chapter names of the books, sort of deal. I'm not on his level. I did read it in middle, like start reading them in middle school. Originally, like I read through them the first time. Then, but I don't think I'm on his level. Nobody's on his. It's hard to be on his level. But anytime any of them come to our Salt Lake Comic-Con, which is FanX, not. I'm gonna drink from an empty glass. 9:51, y'all. Okay, I need to get on my fourth one. But anytime any of the Lord of the Rings people come to Comic-Con, I at least go to their panel if I can afford to. I try to meet I've only been able to afford to meet Billy Boyd so far, but I'm hoping more of them will come back and I'll get to meet some of the others. But Billy Boyd he was so great, so I'm so glad I got to meet him. He's so funny. AKA Pippin. Klingon beats Kaplan, right? Kapla! He thought it said Kapla. My dad is full of adorable, hilarious English as a second language stories. I'll tell you about his vibrator one day. Okay, on that note, I'm gonna go to Pippin, Billy Boyd, my love. And so he is like the silly one kind of thing. And I feel like when you think Jepsons, you think Malort. When you think Tooks, which is Pippin's last name, his name is Peregrine Took. You think a bunch of fools, full of a took. And when you think Jepsons, you normally will think Malort, if you're at all familiar with Jepsons, which is like a Chicago thing. But they do actually have like really great MGP picks, or did. I haven't heard their name in a while. And Storytime Distillery did them. Storytime. yeah, Storytime Distillery, and it was Livewire Whiskey did this with Storytime Distillery. So that's Mike and Adam there. And I freaking love this bottle so much. Not just because of my peeps did it, but like legit in a blind flight. I love it, love it, love it. And it's so much more than what you would expect from a Jepsons. And I feel like this Pippin, like it's silly. It's even got a silly, ridiculous sticker. It's like twins, like Merry and Pippin kind of deal. Uh, Malort, like I feel like it was the perfect choice for Pippin. But he's delightful, and this pour is actually quite delightful. This is not finished or anything. It's just an MTP. I forget. I don't think it says how many years. I want to say it was like 5 or 6 years, maybe. And it's 116 proof. I love this bottle. They did it probably at least 2 years ago, just pouring tiny amounts. But oh, it's so good. It's like one of my favorite things. I actually got it back up. I think this is my backup though, from Mike Stahl of Livewire Whiskey, because he's a kind soul. So good though, and I feel like it's a perfect Pippin pour. So why is my computer mad? Literally, I have one thing running. Okay, I've got Notion running. You want me to close out Notion? Here. Will that make you happy, you douchebag? There. I closed out Notion. It's just, I mean, it's StreamYard, but still, it's just the one thing. You can handle it. And a camera plugged in and a mic plugged in, whatever. It's not fair for me. Blah, 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 blah. Sorry. I'm not saying blah, blah, blah as if y'all's conversations aren't important, but just, you don't need me trying to figure them out boringly. Yes, Rare Breed will be non-chill filtered when the duty-free contract's in, and Wild Turkey 101 with an 8-year age statement coming this year per Bruce Russell. Oh, that'd be cool. Oh, hell yeah. What is Wild Turkey 101 now, like, purported to be? Isn't it like a, I know it's like a blend, but is it like the youngest is like 6 years or something? That'll be pretty cool. Does that mean it'll taste a little more like that 70th anniversary? That's freaking amazing. Okay, did we just, oh, Slapshot. Hey, what's up, Slapshot? Is making best friends with people. Did we just become best friends? So how is the Utah team doing? I don't care until they take the name Yetis, which apparently they're not going to do because it's confusing with the stupid brand name, which is dumb. Now it might be something stupid like the Blizzards, which is just fucking lame. You know what's a really cool name? Golden State women's team just developed, and they're going to be the Valkyrie. That's how you come up with a cool new name. You know what's not a cool new name? Blizzards. Fucking weather event? Come on. Yes, I'm from the Carolinas, and we have the Hurricanes, and nobody there knows that we even have a hockey team. At least I didn't. I only go to see the stars of Stargate. Did you get to? Oh, John Rhys Davies is great. He came to Salt Lake Comic Cons also, and if I could have afforded it, I would have gone and met with him. He's just like, that's the. I love John Rhys, and he was in Indiana Jones. Like, he's the man. He's so funny, and like just a performer. I mean, he's like 80 something, and he's still just such a performer. He's amazing. He's so great. I love him. I tried and failed a food challenge recently. It was a 4 quadruple cheeseburgers aside. Malort is huge with the younger. Oh God, no. No thank you, Jason Busey. Malort is not for me. My dad had me on skates at 4 years old, played hockey. Oh, I'm Puerto Rican. I was not on skates. And in the Carolinas. I don't ski. I live in Utah. I don't ski. I don't do none of that nonsense. Are they named after the weather blizzard or the amazing frozen treat from Derry? Maybe that'll do better. Meeting, right? And like he had photo op options and things, but like it just, I did meet Riker during the last Comic-Con that Gimli was at, John Rhys Davies, and that was amazing. Jonathan Frakes was so sweet, and I got to hug him, and it was great, and I love him. But oh, I would have killed to meet freaking John Rhys Davies, aka Gimli, who's just, if you see the behind the scenes stuff about him, he's just like fucking around. Like he's like, I'm just gonna do my own thing. Y'all make it work. Love him. Respect. He's so amazing. Okay. What do I have poured? Oh, the Jepsons. This is Pippin. Okay. So this is Pippin. This is the last one. It's 9:50. I know, like, Women of Whiskey tends to go over, but I'm trying to keep it tight. I'm supposed to, like, say intelligent things in lab meeting tomorrow, and I don't want to go too crazy. Utah Yeti rolls off the tongue. Apparently, there's some issue. I guess Yeti, the like drink bottle company, has that trademarked, and they couldn't do it. I would be okay with mammoths. I do love a woolly mammoth. I'd be okay with that. It's just like, I don't know, when you think hockey, you think like fast and not so much graceful, but like dexterous. What's the word I'm looking for? There's a word, you know? And I don't think of mammoths as like fast and the word that I'm looking for. What is the word I'm looking for? Dexterous. Not dexterous, but it's something like people. Help. Anyways, as I say, I'm supposed to sound smart tomorrow. Well, so much for that. Okay. Yeti is exactly. I'm so mad about it. I was like very excited we were getting a hockey team and gonna name it Yetis. And that was like, there was multiple news articles being like, yep, we're gonna be the Yetis. And then just kidding, we're not, because of a stupid company that competes with Hydro Flask, which is my favorite. Agile. There's also another one, but Agile is very much the synonym that I was looking for. Like, and you don't think of mammoths as agile. So that's my only issue with it. But I do actually kind of like the name. But come on a drink cup and a hockey team, not even close. Exactly! You know, or the Yetis, like Yeti, the company could just sponsor the Yetis and it'd be great. We're the Utah Yetis, plural, not one Yeti. Whatever. Roger Reynolds, good night. Good night, buddy. How's it going? Nimble. I think nimble is the word I was looking for, which again is absolutely a synonym for agile. So perfect. Thank you. Can I just call on y'all for my meeting tomorrow? Yeti or a Wampa? Wampa? Really? No. No. I'm like, is there a Star Trek equivalent? Not really. A Tauntaun? We could be the Tauntauns. Okay. So I've got my Jepsons. I was gonna say it doesn't like, it's like it disappears and then it comes back again. I was gonna say it doesn't really linger as well, but actually it's still going. It's like it went away and then it was like, haha, just kidding, I'm still here. I'm telling you, I don't know. This has been a while. I know MGP's, you know, it's been a while. It's gone through a lot of stuff. We do have, sorry, distracted, but there is a vodka company here called Five Wives, which I think is hilarious. And I love, like, there's a few places here that are alcohol places that do little plays kind of making fun of the Mormons, or LDS. And during Pride Month, they're the five husbands. And like on the cover, it's like on the label, it has like five wives normally. And then during Pride Month, it's called Five Husbands Vodka. And it's like five men with like little rainbow underwear on. It's great. So the funny part of Utah is like on it. What's up, Mark Amenecker? Good night, buddy. I hope you're doing good. Okay, so I'm gonna quickly go through these. You can comment, we can speak Spanish, so if anyone is listening, they'll be confused. Perfect, right? It's no problema. Except that I'm not actually fluent. I was not allowed to be. Both my parents are. My mom's a Spanish professor, but she was told it would make us mentally slow to teach us Spanish, and so then we weren't allowed to speak Spanish growing up. So neither my I can speak a lot more than my brother, but I'm not fluent. I want to work on it. Hey! The cat is watching. What's up, Michelle? Cheers from New Orleans. Too loud to jump on. Fair. Cotton here with Will and Joseph. Brazo! Oh, I didn't know Brazo was gonna be there. I knew you were gonna. Have you met up with Doug from Tyson? And wait, Matthew Parks, aren't you down there? Are you gonna meet up with him? Hell yeah. You know she's gonna have some good stories when she gets back. So yeah, that's why Michelle's not here. She's off at the New Orleans Bourbon Festival with Will. So, you know, she's having, that's why I'm over here just talking Hobbit nonsense. So Five Wives did cross promotion with Christine. Oh, I don't know this. I don't watch any of the reality shows. So I don't know any of them, but that is kind of amazing. I love that. um, yes, live it up. Do all the things. Drink all the things, Michelle. But also drink water. So real quick, I'm gonna have a little bit of water and sip through these, and we're gonna do Patreon Plinko. As not yet. Oh my god, I don't actually know how to. Hold on. Don't do your hashtags. Do not do the hashtags. Michelle, how do I do the thing? Oh, it's some kind of thing. Anyways. Well, I'll figure it out while I figure out. Oh, you can even see the logo. I just realized. I'm sorry, Michelle. I'm just not crushing this in any kind of way. Is it not like giveaway? Okay, so I'm gonna do my little blind of these. And oh, you know what would be fun? For those who do know anything about Lord of the Rings, I'll put it on a poll. Who's your favorite Hobbit? And while y'all fill out that poll, I'm gonna pull up the Plinko giveaway thing. Oh, I can't do that. Just kidding, because I'm not logged into that account. Okay, just kidding. Pretend that there was a poll. StreamYard. Wah wah. Michelle is just cringing in pain right now. In a new tab, open the giveaway tool. Ta-da! Choose a live stream. This one. Yes. Hashtag. Hashtag put your fingers in the right spot when you put it. So if you said anything before now, it won't be included. Okay. So I'm going to start drinking these guys. Now it's ready. It is ready, Michael. I'm sorry. I'm a trash human being. Don't allow us people's on to take over. It's a bad idea. Sam! Oh, that's your son's name? I love that name, and I adore Samwise. Like, everything about him is like perfect and so sweet. I think I love the humor and fun of Merry and Pippin, and they just have like these little shining moments. But like Sam is just like amazing all the fucking time. He's probably my favorite Hobbit. It's just so difficult. Oh bother! You mean Eeyore? Because he's the only character from Winnie the Pooh that I truly love. Till I was 6, my parents wanted us to be English speakers as our primary language. Yeah, that's how my dad was actually very mad about it. But my mom got the say, and then they got divorced anyways, and now he's just piped. But it's something I really want to work on. We're having fun. We miss you though. I think everybody misses your sanity compared to mine. So to inebriate it. Yeah, she doesn't mind me messing it up. I'm your favorite. Thanks, Michelle. Is that because I'm the only Hobbit you know? What the fuck? I do not have cankles. I've thick thighs for days, but not cankles. Thank you very much, sir. Okay, y'all can start putting in, if you are a Patreon $4 and up, I believe, you can start putting in your hashtag Plinkos. Yes, you can. Pretty sure. If I fuck it up, I will go back, record all the ones, and I'll redo it independently and film it so that y'all can see. But I think I've got it right. Aaron Pierce, where have you been hiding? I'm gonna get that little freaking noise board thing just to mess with you. Just got done with some yummy gumbo. Oh, Michelle, that sounds amazing. I've heard of the playwright. I don't actually know Quantum Leap, though. And Samuel Adams. I hope it's not just for the beer. I'm sorry, though. It's the only thing I remember. I know I was taught something about him. I don't actually remember. But I love that name. I mean, mainly because of Samwise. But is your son Samuel, or is it just Sam? Or is it Samwise? Which would be amazing. Put in those hashtag Plinkos right now. It's happening. Making sure there is no chipmunk voice. Why? Any beignets yet? I think I'm saying it pretty close to right. I ain't Cajun. All right. So y'all are putting in your hashtag Plinko so that you can get on the thing. Mike Stahl just got home from Minnesota, a magical place that just sells Prince stuff everywhere. And you can go to Prince's estate, and they have great road signs. That's my favorite thing about Minnesota. So good. Text. No. I think we're good. I think it's all good. I believe, yeah, it is working. I've got it up in the background. So, okay, while y'all are putting in your hashtag Plinkos, I'm just gonna real quick. Frodo, which I think I said was ECBP. Is that what I said? Oh, I had a closed notion. I think it's ECBP. And then Pippin was Jepson's. Yeah, that sounds right. And Bilbo was Knob Creek 18 year. So we just had Frodo. That sounds really weird. Just drank the whiskey that represents Frodo. We did not have Frodo. Ew. Ugh. Of all of them, the only one I wouldn't want to have is Frodo. Sorry. He's just a little too, you know, for me, like, he's just a little, with his creepy blue eyes. Give me any of the others all day. I know it's mostly men in chat, but which one would you want? Oh, this one smells amazing. Oh, it's Sam. Samwise Gamgee. No yawns tonight. Sorry. Lupin is bitching randomly. And Hammy is just, she's very old. And she's very much showing her age. And Nick and I are both quite worried about her. She's an old lady. And she's just sleeping it out. So she's doing her thing. Old lady hams in her grumpy old lady stage. She doesn't yawn. She just is already passed out. I will say Sam immediately beat Frodo, which is not shocking. Although Sam would lay down his life for Frodo. I would lay down my life for Faramir. Am I right? There's nobody here to get that, but there was. Y'all would be on my side, and y'all would want Faramir too. Mary's just not quite doing it against Samwise. Mary was the rare breed, and then Samwise is Jack Daniel's single barrel proof. So now we've got Pippin up in our Jepson. Oh, Mike, you missed it. But for Pippin, I picked Jack Daniel's single barrel. Jack Daniel's. That's Samwise. I picked Jepson's, and you know which one it was. Twins pick, the one that's not a rye, even though you keep promising me the other one's not a rye, but it is. Would you rather live where the elves are or where the hobbits are? Hobbits all fucking day. Give me the Shire over Rivendell or the Grey Havens or Lothlorien all day, every day. I'm like, where's my favorite? Favorite hoodie right here. The Shire, Hobbiton. All day. All day, every day. Like, it's not even a comparison. Have you seen their adorable houses? Covered in grass and just freaking perfect. Nah. Okay. Slapshot, don't say he already thinks it's a big deal. Yeah, that's fair. So don't forget, you're doing hashtag Plinko if you are a Patreon. And as we've got really good odds right now, just saying. You are Hobbit, so yeah, that's true. I do identify with them much more so. What, Lupin? Shut your mouth. Nope. Sorry, Ben. I was trying to click on you. I had, and I thought I had not. Hobbits grew up in a small hamlet, so exactly like the Shire all the way. William Rue Weller Brazo, freaking showing up and showing out over here. Also, please tell Brazo got his packet. Don't say it that way. Got a delivery from him, and we will do that when you're back. Everything sounds perverted to me today. Okay. So I think it's between Samwise Gamgee and Pippin, which actually makes a lot of sense in real life for me. So I'm going to decide between those. I'm going to play the Plinko video for forest and all day. I mean, I do love mountains. What mountains? Rivendell, Lothlorien. They don't really have mountains. I mean, I guess Rivendell's sort of like in between these things, but I want views of the mountains. My ultimate life goal, ultimate life dream. I've made it in life. I've won the lottery. I've done everything. Is to go to New Zealand and do like all the Lord of the Rings. They've kept Hobbiton now, but also do like some of the really beautiful hikes where you can go to a lot of the places where like Rohirrim was filmed and stuff. Ultimate life goal dreams. That would be it. You know, like that is what life is for. Anyways, playing the Plinko video. We'll come back. I'll show you what you could win and we'll pick a winner. All right, media. Wait. As she reads out the things. Because she's had too much to drink. Not those videos. Nope. Oh, yeah, no, it was there. It was in the very first set that I looked at and said nope to. Those ones. That's where it is.
Patreon Blinko. It's a game to play. With whiskey in our hands, we make your day. Support the show. Enjoy the fun with the women of whiskeys. Cheers, everyone. And now you know, yeah, it's time for Patreon Blinko.
She ran away during the video. Not fast enough, Adriana. Okay, good night, Michelle. Yeah, just have fun, enjoy yourself. It's all good. We're doing Hobbit style over here, but it's all good. I didn't realize I had that the whole time. Hashtag Plinko. Everybody got in their Plinkos. Well, yeah, that's like a, I guess like dream trip, dream goal activity thing is New Zealand, hike to the sites, go to Hobbiton, all that jazz. But yeah, log cabin. I mean, I like live here out by the mountains, so it's like just having a home with a view of the mountains would be dream. Okay. No, I was looking for. It was not a pee break. I get that, and I will need one after the stream. It was not actually that. I was trying to find a bottle for a giveaway. Oh, I'm so not on top of him. Oh, hell yeah. He's the one, is that 60 hertz? I don't think it is, actually. I think that's somebody different. Battery to take care. All right, good night, MC. We doing good? To hike Appalachian Trail, but that is long past. You could at least do bits of it, though. You could 100% do bits of it. Like, it's not like you gotta hike the whole freaking thing. You could do little bits of it that are near you and still say, like, you hiked parts of the Appalachian Trail. Just saying. Stop chat. I think the Appalachian Trail would be cool. I kind of want to do the Continental Divide or the Pacific Coast, the PCT, the Pacific Coast Trail. I think would be really cool. At least the northern parts of it, I think, would be particularly cool. Okay, so I'm gonna make my decision. Okay, so for tonight, we have our order. Last place, Frodo, which was Last place was actually, which breaks my heart, was Mary with the rare breed. And then second to last place, or third place, it is Pacific Crest. Okay, I was right the first time. Thank you. Hippie. I've never even been to California. I just want to do the hot trail. Third place was Frodo with the ECBP. This was B524, which is actually quite good. Also, I've got like a decent amount of these pours left. Just saying. I'm just tipsy. And then second place. Yes, okay. Second place was Pippin with the Jepsons. So Jepson's pick actually beat out Rare Breed and this ECBP. And then first place was the Jack Daniel was Samwise Gamgee with the Jack, which makes fair because he's just wonderful. The Jack Daniel single barrel proof. Oh, you feel like Continental Divide would be the better of the three. I feel like it's like the least talked about. I don't know if that's true, but I mean, I hike alone a lot. It's actually really nice because then you can just keep your own pace and not feel guilty at all. That's the beauty of hiking by yourself. But it is nice to have somebody. Okay, so let us do this thing. Let me tell you what you could win. Let me do that, and then we will pick the winner. And I am totally telling you what you could win right now. Okay, so you could win a WoW topper, a Women of Whiskey's beanie, the Boxers or Briefs, aka the Sexy Mother Uppers, a WoW leather journal, the $20 gift certificate to WoW, the womenofwhiskies.com, a glass from us, a Stozel, the bottle of the week, which is what I'm still trying to figure out, and a Women of Whiskey's Glen. So if you win a bottle of the week, that's why it was gone. Actually, it was to try and find the bottle I've been thinking of. So it'll either be a Caribou Crossing, or it will be a Larceny Barrel Proof. That's not a you get to choose. That's a I forgot to go find that and figure that out beforehand. So hopefully just nobody wins that, and then I don't have to figure it out and look like a douchebag. So we're gonna do. Oh my god, I'm pressing all the wrong buttons. So we're gonna do the giveaway to hashtag Plinko present. Nope. Yes, present share screen. Yes, allow. Yes. Share this window. All right, you can see everything now. So we've got 6 entries, really good odds. I hope that's what you're seeing. And hey, oh, I wish I could do the chipmunk voice. Chipmunk voice. Aaron Peters, congrats. That's my best interpretation of it. Stop sharing. So, instead of the normal Plinko board, because obviously I don't have that, we're gonna just do, it's a 1 through 8 thing. So, it's, oh, I didn't realize it would have it like auto-filled with random ass names. So it's just gonna be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Aaron Paris, I hope you're still here. Sorry, I can't see. The camera is also in the way. Everybody's going nuts because Nick is home. Have bike the see no blah blah blah. We do not see it. Oh, you don't see it? What? It said it was sharing. Oh well, shit. Fuck. It said it was sharing. Wait, share a screen. Allow. Share this window. So you can't see like the background. You're sharing your entire screen is what my thing says. And there's like a little wheel right now, spin wheel now. This is 1 through 8. Well, I promise I'm not lying. Why would I lie about this? Why? Why does it hate me so much? I don't really want to recall it. I promise I didn't just make up that it was Aaron Pierce. Um, that's lame. Yeah. Why you gotta be so rude? Now it just has a little, like, it's just sharing that you are sharing your entire screen. Stop sharing thing. Aaron Pierce believes me. Your thing is lying to you. See how it says that? There you go. Does it show the whole screen or does it just show you? Like on my screen, it just shows you are sharing your entire screen, that little tab. Right now, does it show the wheel of names with where it's just 1 through 8 and some random ad in the top left corner? Of course, when I'm on that tab, I can't actually see what y'all are talking about. We see that now with the emblem. There you go. No wheel. Just shows a tab, not the wheel. This is stupid. That is dumb. Why? Present. Share screen. It's like literally like it's present, slides and PDFs, extra camera, video file, image file, or share screen, which is what I click. And then, wait, what? Oh, I just clicked the wrong thing. Do y'all trust me? Y'all trust me, right? And then I add this little guy to stage, and it just gives you this little doodad. Y'all trust me, right? Why would I make this up? Just shows the tab. Guess we just need to something 3 times and start again. Exactly. Well, anyways, Aaron Pierce, you don't really get to pick a number because I don't have a Plinko thing. So I'm just spinning a thing. It says that I'm sharing that screen. Where's my phone? My phone is here. It just landed on number 3. Okay? Not kidding. I am taking a picture of it. Boop. Took that picture. Okay. This is the best I can do as far as. Also, you'll get to see why I'm like having to move around because my camera is literally in front of the monitor. And so, see, you won number 3. That's the wheel. Make the Plinko noise. Bloop, 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 bloop. Well, it's your mouth. Well, it wasn't your mouth, Hobbit. No, I never shut up. Make the Plinko noise. Doop, doop, doop. And what would it be like? Ding, 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 ding. So it just landed in number 3, which was media assets, copy of whatever, copy of Plinko. Number 3 is you win your choice of boxers or briefs. Email us at womenofwhiskies with an S at the end at gmail.com. Aaron, please don't send us a picture once you get them. Boxers or briefs, whatever you want. We're not going to judge. And what size. And we will get those to you. So please don't send texts. Oh, no. No. Remove that. Thank you. Okay. What rails? We haven't seen them in years. If you don't pick the briefs, I'm gonna be pissed. Neither one of those are right? Are the ones like whitey tighties, just not white? And then the other ones are those like boxer briefs where they're fitted boxers. Neither are like actually like loose boxers. Neither one of those. Guess the boxers are better fit, right? So I don't know. If she thinks the one is boxers and the other is like, if Michelle thinks the one is boxers and the other is briefs, does that mean Will wears briefs or boxer briefs? We all have a secret now. So, anyways, Lupin is bitching at me. I'm gonna do a little combo pour and see how. There's so many things about this that just sound wrong, but I was gonna say how all the hobbits taste together. So this is all together real quick. But thanks for joining me. I just want to see how this tastes. So this is Frodo, Sam, Merry, and Pippin, aka Elijah Craig Barrel Proof B524, Jack Daniel's Single Barrel Barrel Proof, Wild Turkey Rare Breed, and a Jepson single barrel pick by Storytime and Livewire Whiskey. ST3, the one that's not a rye. It's 116 proof. Oh, these are proofy bitches. Briefs, my turn in cheese cutters for some people. Right? Bring back the banana hammock. Even better than legging. You know you're excited. I'll guess the boxers are better. Neither one of those are boxers. My eyes. You're welcome. Now picture Samwise Gamgee in briefs, or what is it? Briefs? No, it's not briefs or boxer briefs. Is that what I said? What's it called? Those aren't briefs. Those are whitey tighties. What are briefs? Are they called briefs because they'll briefly be on? All right. Also, it says I'm still sharing, but I'm pretty sure I'm not. That's a stupid design. Okay, I want to try this real quick, and then we're gonna close it out. It's getting a little bit late. Oh great, this is oh no, no, no. Of whiskey. It's a blend. I'm blending for Blendageddon. It's gonna be the Hobbit blend. If you see that in Blendageddon, you'll know whose it is and what's in it. Also, like, just the name itself, I feel like would be a giveaway if I was in Blendageddon. I would think. Also, briefs, I mean, actual boxers allow for, like, more fun of the design. Briefs are whitey tighties. Okay, right? Is there another name for them? I just call them whitey tighties, but I guess they're not all white, so they can't all be whitey tighties. Or do just white people wear them? Why are they called whitey tighties? Y fronts. That's what a Y front is? I thought it was a whole fucking pair of pants. There was definitely an awkward scene in a book that makes more sense now that I realize they were in their undies and not in a whole pair. I thought it was a pair of pants. Oh. When you're trying to have you wear boxers, that's all I remember. I know you shouldn't be near too much heat around your junk. You're trying to have babies. I want my briefs to have bell bottoms. Also, I clearly spilled whiskey at some point and didn't even notice. So this rail is off the trains. This train is off the rails. Also, as far as this blend goes, this weird Hobbit orgy thing, not bad. I wouldn't say it beats like Samwise all by himself though. So, I love that there's still 21 people here discussing undies and my confusion about their names. Now I just want to do like, is there a way to do like an anonymous survey of just like preferences of like boxers, boxer briefs, or whitey tighties / wife fronts, or jockeys, which is unfair because jockeys is a whole brand. To me, they're just like Speedos or whitey tighties. The boys need to be cool, right? What about those new ones that have like the hammock in them? You know, they're like boxers, but then they've got like a little ball hammock in them. I don't know. I keep getting ads for that on my Sudoku. It's really weird. Anyway, sci-fi to hockey to off the rails. I know what you're welcome. Yeah. Were you wearing bell bottoms? And okay, they're not quite bell bottoms. Oh, I wish I had that picture on here that I could reward everybody who stuck around to show them. I was honored to guest lecture at BYU last week, but in a lab classroom, which means all the desks are actually lab benches, which are meant for standing at. And so I'm standing next to it, but it looks like it's a desk. So basically, it looks like I've been photoshopped into a thing to make me look even shorter than I already am. And I don't know how anybody could have possibly taken me seriously as a professor at that point. But I appreciate the students for doing so. But it's ridiculous. And I'm sorry I don't have that picture. You know what? If you don't mind looking at it via the phone, via the camera, I've got it for you. So, as a little reward of how stupid I look, but they were not bell bottoms. They're just wide leg, I think. They're not like bell bottoms, I feel like are thin at the thigh and then go out. So here's a little reward for sticking around to all of this off the rails nonsense. Here it is. Okay. Just so also speaking of Hobbits, Lord of the Rings, part of the way they did it is all perspective filming, right? And so a lot of what they did was actually build bigger sets for when it's just the hobbits. That way it's like the scene where Frodo is on the cart with Gandalf. Actually, the side of the cart that Frodo is on is way bigger than the side that Gandalf is on to help make Frodo look small, right? So they build everything bigger to help make the hobbits look smaller. That is what is happening in this picture. Also, I am wearing my hot pink chucks because I thought that would be. Also, this outfit looked a lot better in person. There was a lot more shape to it. Okay, I'm giving myself all the things. And the guy who looks super bored, fuck him. Okay. Okay. Here we go. Can we see this? Wait, let me. That is. Oh, I don't want to show the guy who invited me's name. He might not like that. He's Mormon. Why do I look so short? It's ridiculous. Sorry, let's wait. Oh, do you see this? That's a reward for sticking around. Yeah, that happened. It was cool getting to teach. I don't teach often. And I think it went actually really well. But then I look back and I'm like, I don't understand how any student took me seriously. Like, they must have been wondering why this other dude invited a child to teach his class. A friend of mine was like, it looks like you were photoshopped into that picture. It's so ridiculous. I don't know if y'all can hear my cat, but he's losing his fucking mind. Anyways, thanks for hanging around. This was super fun. Slapshot says hockey's the best. I highly disagree. Y front fly on the Y fronts are briefs with a Y front fly on the front. Oh, so they're not pants. Don't Google how. Oh God, don't do. Yeah, no, don't do that. They are very comfortable. Oh, those ball hammock ones. Me Undies also makes them. I was thinking about getting for Nick, so good to know. Orgy equals going commando. Cheers, Bourbon Engineer. White legs wrap the headpiece. Sorry, I'll show myself. That's why I wear smaller underwear. I love how this conversation has gone, to be honest. I think it's hilarious. Did anyone scream? Just if you did, just don't include my friend's name. He wouldn't like that. But the rest is fine. I don't mind. I'm gonna share that picture on Patreon. So if you really want like the quality photo, I'll put that on Patreon for y'all to make fun of me with. So good night, everybody. Don't forget to drink it how you like it. There's something else to that line. Drink how you like it. Drink it however, as long as you like it. I don't know. Drink it like fucking Pippin, who doesn't give a shit at this point. He just came back from all this bullshit with Merry, met the Ents, and saved the whole fucking Shire. Okay? Do that. Just be Merry and Pippin and say fuck it and just drink it how you like it. How about them apples? Okay? Good night, y'all. Appreciate y'all so much. Look, I'm gonna remember to do the outro. Maybe? There it is. Alright. Cheers to you all with my little Hobbit orgy blend thing. Okay. This was great.
Thank you for the way you make me feel. Just like a stolen car with a kid behind the wheel. I wanna thank you for the way you make me feel. Well, everything's in Technicolor. bright, like a